Mr. Enrique Perez, whom we call with a lot of love and adulation, Kike. So we are lucky to have Kike sir with us. Kike sir, thank you so much for the time you're giving us today. Deeply appreciated. It's a shame that we are not seeing you in person in Cádiz, but the fact that we can see you so clearly is equally heartening. And I'm going to now give you the floor because the whole session today is an interaction between yourself and our 25 candidate managers of the inaugural batch. And boys, I want you to know this, that Mr. Perez has, throughout the months, even before the pandemic, always kept a track of your progress, what you're learning, how you're going through everything. So he's been a very intrinsic part of the entire AIFF Masters journey, right from the day when he came to Delhi, shook hands with Mr. Das and signed the MOU. So we are very grateful to Mr. Perez and we thank him from the bottom of our heart.
No, thank you. Thank you very much for these words and for the invitation. It's a pleasure for me to be here and to try to answer all your questions, all your doubts that you have. So it's a pity that I'm not now in India. I will be soon as India is open again. And please feel free to ask me any questions here or later. Sahil, he has my mail address, and you could send me all the questions that you have.
So thank you so much, Kike. Kike, as I've known you for a long time, your friendship means a lot to us. I also want to share with the boys that your straightforwardness, your generosity with which you always provide opportunities to everybody means a lot to us. And I wanted this opportunity of interaction to be available to the boys so that they can ask. So boys, you can ask whatever question which comes to your mind, because Mr. Perez is somebody who shares everything. He has shared, obviously, if something is extremely confidential to the club, that you can't expect. But other than that, anything about Cádiz's rise into La Liga, the jump from Smart Bank to Santander, the player compositions, what kind of experiences you can expect when you go to Cádiz, anything which comes to your mind, Mr. Perez has set aside this time for us. So the floor is yours. You can just announce yourself, give your name, and ask your question.
Please feel free, and you have to think that I'm a friend of all of you. Okay?
Sorry, I thought someone was speaking. So maybe since they're thinking about the questions, I'll go first with the first question.
Okay.
So the first question, because I know it's in the minds of everybody over here, and is when does the next season begin? And when in the next season, in the beginning of the next season, what would be a good time for us to come to Cádiz?
The next season will start on August, in the middle of August. But we think that the stadiums will be closed again until 2022, at least. I don't know if we could have 20% of attendance in the stadium. To come here to Cádiz, let's wait to the evolution of the pandemic. I think in November it could be a good time to come. But now in Spain we are in the fourth wave. It is not now we are better than the other ones, but here is not Spain is not open yet. But I hope in few months, 5-6 months, will be open for sure.
Okay, so let's keep our fingers crossed. November sounds good. November sounds good. Luckily for us, our boys, I'm anticipating our boys to get their first and second vaccine over the next 2 months. So after the first vaccine, they make us wait for about 6 to 8 weeks. So suppose our boys take their first vaccine in the month of May. Some of them might take it in the month of June. So that means by August, September is at least, hopefully everybody should have had their 2 vaccine doses.
Perfect.
So that should be good.
But the plan was, the first plan was November 2020. Well, first plan was February 2020. Later,
yeah,
November 2020. But in the beginning of 2020, started the pandemic, and it was impossible.
Yeah, and I mean, guys, jump in. Okay, if you have any questions, please ask. The idea is this: it's an opportunity for you all to ask questions. I have one more question, and that is, will you give an opportunity for one of my boys to, if they are very good, if they show their work really well during the internship over there, will you give an opportunity for them to work for a longer period of time, maybe like on a contract or something, you know, if they're really good and if they speak Spanish a little bit for maybe 3 to 6 months period?
It would be possible. I know that in 1 month, I don't know how many weeks you will come here, 2, 3, 4 weeks, 5. It's not easy to see the work, but it would be possible for sure. You know that, in my opinion, international development is one of in my opinion, one of the most important line of business now in Spanish club, and we need people from, not from Spain. We need people from other parts of the world. And India is for me, you know, that is a very important country for, not for me, it's for the football, for Spanish football, to build a bridge between the countries, and to do this, you need in your club somebody, Indian people, to build the relationship and to start working with Spain, between India.
Nice.
So of course, you could work here in Spain, and in Cádiz we will have place for sure. But I have been working 21 years here in football. I will open you the doors here in Spain to work or to do business in football as well.
Nice. For those who may not know, Mr. Perez is actually a master's in law as well. He studied sports law. He has worked with UEFA. He's worked with La Liga. He's got contacts all over. He really is extremely connected. So your questions should come. So, you know, I'm going to request Chinmay to kick it off, because I think Chinmay sets the pace pretty strong and hard. So Chinmay, the floor is yours with your first question.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
Good evening from India, Mumbai. So the first question is, I think we're all wondering, when we come to Cádiz, whenever we come to Cádiz, once the pandemic, you know, slows down a bit. So what are the roles that we're looking at? What are the opportunities that we'll get to work within the club? Can you just explain it a bit?
Of course. In my opinion, you could have 2 lines. In marketing, the marketing line, looking for sponsorships in India, from Spain to India, and football players from India, to bring players from India here, and to try to improve the level of this player, or to build this relationship. Like I told you before, in Spain, we want to develop international area like La Liga. La Liga has 68 offices around the world. And in my opinion, the clubs from La Liga Santander, I want to have offices in several countries. And one of these countries, for sure, is India. And this office is not working only in India, it's in the club and India. So in my opinion, the first two lines of business, looking for sponsorship in marketing, but to do this, you have to be here before to understand how it works. And second, you have to be here to look the academy, the young players, and to bring players with level to improve Indian football and to try to do business for the club as well.
So just a follow-up question on that. So
I think
currently,
Chinmay, sorry to interrupt, but I think it'll be nice if you are a little bit more specific in your question, because I think this question, the way Kike answered it, was linked to my previous question of giving an opportunity for the boys to work long time. I think you should talk about specificity. Yeah.
yeah. So what I actually wanted to ask was, that 1 month. So our role in that 1 month, not the internship that might come after that.
Okay. In 1 month, you will see all the parts of the club, all. Legal area, marketing, communication, the foundation, all the events, the public events, the first team training, the academy trainings, how they live. In 1 month, we will try to show you all the areas of the club, the offices area that I'm working now, and football area.
All right.
And I'm working as well with La Liga to come here 2-3 days to give you a little course during these days here as well about Spanish La Liga.
That would be really an amazing experience. So thank you.
Excuse me, sir. Linking up to his question, what kind of exposure we can get from the first team and technical staff?
Only you could go to see the trainings, the matches at home, but in first team is with the first team is very difficult to work. You could be later after the training, maximum with the physical trainer, but head coach and second coach is impossible to meet them. With the rest of the coaches, for sure, is not problem. But here in Spain, the head coach and second coach, they are like it's not possible to meet. But the rest of the coaches, the rest of the teams, you could meet after the training and ask them all the questions you have.
Sure, sir. Sure. Thank you. We understand. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Rahul, what about you?
Hello, sir. Good evening from Kolkata. Sir, I wanted to ask you that what was your, the club's initial vision as to, trying to connect with India? That what was the thought behind having students from AIFF Masters along with the Cádiz, learn there? So what was the club's thoughts?
Which is the?
What was the club's thoughts behind wanting to, have Indian students in Cádiz and have that exposure?
So partnering with AIFF.
Yes.
For me, first of all, I believe in India. I believe in my friends and the opportunity with the federation. We are the first club in the world that signed a deal with the Indian Federation. So I'm very proud. I'm looking for expand the brand Cádiz, because Cádiz is not important in the world. And because of you and your journey to Spain, Cádiz will be bigger, because alone is impossible. It's only Real Madrid, Barcelona. I always tell that my first time in India, in Chennai, 4 years ago, I've been in India 6 times. The first time in India, the kids, they didn't know Atlético de Madrid. Only Real Madrid, only Barcelona 4 years ago. Now, all the clubs, we have to work to try to sign deals with federations, with clubs, giving the know-how, or to bring players, to bring students, to expand the brand. It's necessary to bring in 1 or 2 years sponsorships, because it's impossible to go to La India or to China the first time and to try to sign a deal with a company. It's impossible. You have to go there. You have to build a bridge between the countries, to do something in India, something in Spain. This is the way I see this kind of deals.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
How about Karan Golagari?
Hello, sir. Good evening. So I just want to ask you, so, I mean, this year, Cádiz has survived. We're not going to get relegated. So what is your, can we say, aim for next year? And what kind of strategies do you plan on employing to, meet those targets?
Which is our goal next season in the club.
Yes, sir.
For us, Cádiz, we have 110 years history, and this is the 13th year in first division. So our goal is now, the next season, the next 2-3 seasons, is only to stay in first division. Now we are not thinking in Champions League, UEFA League, no. Only to improve year by year the club, to develop some departments, for example, international departments as well, or for example, to bring better players to later to sell, but year by year. It's not the main goal to stay in first division. This is the main goal. No more. It's very difficult.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. My name is Saket. So my question to you is, so in India, over the last few years, 5-6 years, so we have seen that the majority of foreign players, they're from Spain, playing in the Indian leagues. And so from your perspective, since you are in Spain, you're Spanish and you work in Spain, so can you tell me how does the Indian football market appeal to the players in Spain? Do they consider it good players for them to come and play? Or what is their opinion about India, the players in Spain?
It's a very good question. Very good question. Because I study all the markets. For example, in Middle East, there are many Brazilians, many. And in India, it's true that there are many Spanish players. I don't know the reason, but I think for sure that they improve the level of the teams. I'm for sure they improve the level. There is an agency working in India. The name is Best of You, and there is working the Florentino Perez, Real Madrid president, son. he's working there in this agency. And all Spanish players in India and the coaches as well are from this agency. Why? Because they opened an office in India. This is the reason. Because if when a Spanish agency, if you don't have one office in the country, why, for example, with Spanish players, they are not in Middle East? Because Spanish agents, they don't have anything there. In India, this agency, they have office and they work during the year because it's difficult to bring players to La India from La Liga, but it's for me it's a very good choice. And the second question, the level of India, for me, when I was in India, the level is high, but India has to improve the level of the coaches. For me, my opinion, the level of the coaches have to improve to teach these kids to improve day by day. Very important.
And also another question to that. So, like I said, a lot of players and coaches coming to India. So, do you think it is also possible that there is a little bit of similarities in the culture, or let's say how the country is, the climatic conditions over here, or the kind of food we eat? Do you think that affects their personal choice in maybe working in India?
No, in my opinion, no. It doesn't affect anything. No, it's a. I have many friends, agents friends, and always I tell them, you have to improve in international development, because here in Spain we have first division, second division, and 4 groups of 20 teams in second B division. Many players, Spanish players. And for example, Vietnam is growing a lot. Vietnam has 100 million. It's a lot. I know for India is nothing, but for me, for Spain, is a lot. And I tell them, you have to sign a deal with the best agent in Vietnam, Indonesia, in this kind of markets, because here in Spain we have many players, and they go to India, in my opinion, because they don't have, they pay well, but they don't have another better choice. This is the more money because they are players from second B division. They earn more money, and this is the reason. No, for me, the culture or the weather, for me, in my opinion, it doesn't affect it at all.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, sir. This is Kashif.
Hello.
Sir, when you came into the first division from the second division, was there a shift in the vision and the philosophy of your club? And if there was, what was it? And also a second part question is, what were the challenges you faced, and how did you overcome those in such a short span of time?
I didn't understand well. My English is not so well. The first question is
The change in philosophy of your club when it went from second division to first division.
okay. This question. Okay. No, the philosophy is the same here. Is the same. It's true that you have more money. It's our budget was last season 10 million and now is 50 million. But the philosophy, no, it's the same philosophy. The philosophy here in Cádiz is to grow day by day, and try to improve day by day. Not, we don't have a big dreams, no, because this club 4 years ago was in second B division. So, like in Spanish, we say that we have the feet in the floor. So the same philosophy with 1 million, with 10 million, with 50 million, the same. And the second question,
The second question was, were there any challenges you faced when you were making that shift from second division to first division as a club?
the main challenge, very good question. Very good question. Because here, you know that here we have financial fair play. And when you are in second division and you want to promote to first division, you have to pay more money. All the players, they have to have contract because these players, you want the promotion, but I could want, but the players play, the football. So they have, you have to have all the players with contract, with a lot of money contracts, because the money is different. So the main challenge is that in first division you have almost all the license covered. You have all the players. You can sign 3-4 players, and these players that you sign, they have to be important players, because you cannot sign 10, 12 players. No, you 3, 4, and this year, Ledesma, the goalkeeper, Johnson, the midfielder, Negredo, these 3 players, and this is very, 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 very difficult to do. So for all the teams that promote from Segunda from second division to first division, the main challenge is that you have the same team, and you have to do perfect with the new players to compete in the new division. And this challenge is 2 years challenge. This is why always you could see the 3 teams that promote from second division to first division, always they are in the bottom of the table, because they have the same team and they are playing in another category. And another challenge is in the stadium. You have to change many things in the stadium that I will explain you. The difference in Segunda Primera, and you have to do many work in the stadium, because the La Liga, you have to have the stadium perfect in all the parts of the stadium, and you have to work a lot in 5-6 weeks to have the stadium perfectly. So very good question.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, when the boys come over there, I would love to have them go through every element of the stadium, literally, like how the stadium is for a La Liga Primera match, all the elements, the match operations, all that will be very exciting for them. Yeah.
Perfect, for sure.
Sorry, somebody was saying something. Sorry, guys, I interrupted someone.
Yeah, hello, sir. Shomajit from Kolkata.
Yes.
Yeah. So, sir, can you put some light on any alternate revenue stream that your club is looking at due to this? Like, the pandemic has hit all the sports organizations in the world. So how is your club tackling this situation?
We were very lucky. Very good question as well. We were very lucky because just this season, this horrible season for all, this all the revenues for sure they are 10% less than, but is 10% less if you are in the same division, and this season we are in another division, so the pandemic for us was not a big problem. The problem was with the salaries of the player, only in 8-10%. We have to deal with all the team to do it. But for us, it's not a big problem. For example, for Valencia, hospitality and ticket in Valencia is 30 million, and they have 0. So for us, we were in second division. No, the difference between second division and 0 is 1.5 million in Cádiz. But for the rest of the teams that they were in first division, 30 million, 20 million. This season was 0 because no ticketing and no hospitality. And sponsors, they sign the contract, but they cannot pay you anything because they don't come to the stadium and they cannot do anything with the sponsorship. So it's in this point, for example, we were very lucky as well because our main sponsor is here in the front is called Dafabet. Is a betting, is from betting, and they are from Manila, and they are not looking for Spanish players. They are looking for the players of the world, because La Liga, you could see La Liga each match in 157 countries. Each match. So they gave us 1.7 million. The rest of the teams, they have problem as well with this. But for us, only 10% of the salaries and no more. But here in Spain, the rest of the teams, they have a lot of problems and big problems.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, sir. Divyansh this side. Good evening from Delhi. So following up on the question from Somojit, so as you mentioned that the pandemic has affected the big clubs the most, and recently a proposal was given about European Super League. So what is your opinion on that? How do you feel about it?
I think the football has to change, but to change the football, in my opinion, I've been working 21 years in football, and a friend of mine called me this Sunday, Kike, I was coming back from a match here, a home match. Kike, in the newspaper is the Super League, and I told him, Angel, something important is impossible to announce one Sunday in Spain at 7:30. It's impossible because you have to do the things well, and the staff was horrible. Now I'm working in another kind of club, Cádiz, and as you know, we are not we cannot compare with Real Madrid, but like professional from football, I think UEFA or Real Madrid, they have to be all agree to change and to give more money for the rest of the teams, and overall because of the pandemic, because it's true these brands they are the real. They have the real importance for the rest of the teams. But the rest of the teams, for sure, we are important for them, because if we don't exist, there is not competition. So my answer is not the way the Superliga now in this moment, for me, no Superliga. But I think in 2 years they will do another kind of competition, but all the teams, UEFA, all together, federations, ligas, all together, and they will change the system. I'm sure.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Abhishek this side. Sir, I had this question that the philosophy which you follow for the first team, do you also follow the same for your B teams and the academy teams and the senior women's team?
No, it's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible for many reasons. In the first team, the first reason, so you only you have to compete in the category, and to compete in the category you have to do with the best players, and you have to work in the academy, but you have to compete every weekend with the best players, and in the academy we have the philosophy to improve and to promote all the players from under 10 to under 23, and in the first team our philosophy is to compete and to bring the best players without pay anything, because Cádiz, we don't have too much money, and we have to look for free players in the market. So this is why the philosophy is impossible to be the same in the first team and in the rest. In the rest, we have one philosophy, all the players in our teams, but to first team, in fact, we don't have any player from the academy. We have players from Cádiz, but they didn't play in the academy teams.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Kike, sorry, Kike, can you, on the same point that Abhishek raised, can you just explain to them a little bit about how at the top league, when clubs nurture players, sometimes it doesn't make sense, because you may have a young player that you will take care of and train him, but then the minute you go to the big league, somebody will come and offer him a lot of money, and then he will obviously jump, right? Remember this point you were making to me some time back?
See, there are 2 points in there are two points in this question, Sahil. One point is here Spanish law for all the players under 14 until this year, they are free in the end of each season. So you could have Lionel Messi that in the end, with 12 years old, that 30 of June, here in Spain, the season, I don't know in India, the season in Spain is from 1st July till 30 June. 30 June, free player. And he can go to another team for free, because Spanish law, below under 14, you cannot sign a work contract as well. Work contract, and they are free in the federation. Later, when they are 15, you could sign a contract, or 18. But here in Spain, you have the buyout, and it is very difficult to reach to first team. If you start with 10 years old and you are a very good player, or your son, or to reach first team is very difficult because of he's free until under 14, and after that they have a contract, but some club pay the buyout of the contract, and he could sign in another team. So it's a very good question, Sahil, because this is the reason, because the philosophy in Spain of most of the teams of La Liga and La Liga Smartbank is not the academy, because you have to have academy for sure, but it's very difficult for one reason or another reason. It's very difficult to reach to the first team, because this way is difficult, and is very easy for the richest clubs to catch your players.
Hi, sir. Chinmay here. As you mentioned, some players go to other clubs from the academy, but is there a training compensation that is a stream of revenue for a club when a player leaves your academy and goes to some other club? So how does that work in Spanish league?
No, in Spanish league, you have one compensation is when this player arrives to professional, the license in first division is 40,000 euros. In second division, 23. In second B division, 3,000. And in third division, 500 euros. This amount you pay, each club pay to federation, Spanish federation, and this amount is for this kind of teams from 12 years till 23, and the rest of compensation you have with international transfers with FIFA rules. But in Spain, in the Spanish law, for this kind of teams, only when they arrive to professional, but the money is very.
So
for example, here for you, it's only a number. In Cádiz, for example, per year the academy is 2 million.
So the amount that you're mentioning here, 40,000, that is for a club when they go to the top division, that they have to pay to the league.
See, 40,000.
I think Ike, what
Yeah,
Chinmay
my
wants
question
to talk about is solidarity payments. He's talking about solidarity payments, correct, Chinmay? You're talking about solidarity payments, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So
sir, yeah.
when the Cádiz International Academy, they train a player, and that player jumps to another club, then goes to another club. So that trickle down effect of money from the top to the bottom, that's universal, Chinmay. That's in every club in every country of FIFA.
Here, but it's only once, once.
Yes.
Once.
Yeah.
Only you pay once.
Right.
And for example, if we pay, for example, one Indian player come to Cádiz to first team, and we do the license, 40,000 euros. This money is for the federation, not for the Indian teams.
Okay.
And it's only
how
once.
does so how does the broadcasting right comes into the picture when you get promoted to the first division? So there must be a central pool which gets divided amongst 20 clubs. So how does that stream of money help the club when they go to the first division from the broadcasting rights?
the broadcast here in Spain is by law as well, and this the TV rights, La Liga has all your TV rights, and La Liga receive the money and give you the money each 2 months. Your money now in first division is close to 40 million per season for a team like Cádiz that promote last season. If you are more years in first division, you will grow these amounts. But the first season, 40 million euro from La Liga.
40 million, regardless of the teams
No,
standing in the.
No, Chinmay, he mentioned that 40 million is for Cádiz because they were promoted this season. A club which has remained in the first division for a longer period of time will command a larger share of the revenue. So someone like, even if suppose you have Real Madrid and Barcelona for a very long time, these guys will command a lot more share of that same pie. Right, Kike?
Right.
Thank you so much.
Kike, just for the sake of understanding and reference, can you just share, please, some amount of salaries that you pay your players, because that will give an idea of a season fee that these players earn.
Yeah. The salary here in Cádiz, or in a team like Cádiz, is from 500,000 gross till 1.5. This is the minimum and maximum.
And are you also in the contracts, are you putting some sort of performance clauses also about, say, goals scored or any other performance clauses?
Yes, but it's not. It's 25,000 euros is money, but when your contract is 800,000, 25, 50,000, the permanent clause in Spain, you sign with all the players. This is the name in Spanish is prima, la prima. This is like, have you signed la prima? It's bonus, this bonus, prima, a permanent bonus. This is for all the players, 3.5 for million. Like the promote prima is 3.5 for million. And you pay this amount during the next season.
Hello, sir. Rahul again. So, sir, how would you say the administrative employees are hired in Cádiz? Are they hired for a short-term period, maybe like just for a year or 6 months, or is it a longer term?
No, most of them, close to all of them, no, of us, we are here working for a long term. Here in Spain, when you sign an employer, it's not a short term, because you sign a long term, and if you don't work well, I pay you one little amount, and you don't have problems. But here, all of us, we are in Cádiz working for a long term.
Thank you so much.
I think I haven't seen a question come from Vishesh or Jayant or Praveen or Vaibhav. This is such a wonderful opportunity to get time with Kike sir. So anything else which pops to your mind, because he's so forthcoming, he's sharing so much of content with us. while they're thinking, Kike, could you just explain a little bit about what is the pre-match routine like when you, because you are the director of the club, the senior most person. So when a match is happening, suppose Real Madrid has come to Cádiz, what is your pre-match routine? How do you come? How do you meet the sponsors? Whose hand do you shake? Where do you go in the corporate hospitality box? Like, what do you do? Can you take us through that?
Now, this season, it was horrible because now pre-match, nothing because there are no sponsors, no public, no bars in the stadium, nothing. So now the pre-match of this season is to come here 30 minutes before and to do anything. But during the real life, you have to come to a stadium at least 2 hours before to I usually go to the hospitalities, to the VIP area, to the ticketing area, all the doors, because the doors here in Spain we open 1 hour before the match beginning. The catering of the VIP area. See, like when you are here, I will explain you better. But in 1 hour, you could do the last tickets of one sponsor that called you that, Kike, I'm now in Cádiz and I want to go to the stadium. Please invite me. And later, the hour before the match is to give to be with all the sponsors, with all the authorities, to fix all the problems that you have, the publicity of the stadium all perfect, for the picture of the first team, the ball. I start the matches broken. When the match starts, I'm broken. But it's fantastic. It's my life. I didn't work in another team in my life, and for me, it's my way of life, and fantastic.
Hi, sir. It's Arun from Kerala. So, as you mentioned earlier, India is a good market for football to grow. So now you have a collaboration with AIFF as well, AIFF Masters. What are the future marketing plans for India from Cádiz?
Which is the market for the future?
Yeah, future marketing plans for India.
The future market.
Future marketing plans. The future marketing plans of Cádiz in India.
Yes. The future plans. For example, 2 weeks ago, I was close to go to Goa, to India. The first plan is to go to India as soon as India is open. This is my first plan. Because to visit, first of all, my friends, because I feel in India like my home. I'm very happy there. And in these travels, we always talk about many things. And for example, this is one thing we create, Sahil and me, in one travel to India. Which plan will be the next? First of all, to keep on working in this plan with Indian Federation. Indian Federation will open academies around India, and I want to work in this development. And the next, to open academies of Cádiz. You have to help me, all of you, because when you told, no, I'm from Kerala, I'm from Delhi, I've been there in all these countries, in all these cities. And for example, in Mumbai, Maharashtra, 20 million persons, we could do business there for sure. So, but you have to help us to do business, because Sahil is the best in India, but he needs help as well to do business.
For sure, sir.
The next plans, first of all, keep on working with Indian Federation, and to go to India is a very good idea. For example, to write in a document your ideas about Spain and India, for example. Esail?
Yeah,
it's a good idea.
It's a very good idea. It is.
Very good idea, because all these kind of ideas are from Sahil and me, and we are not the best of the world. We are the second or the third. And please, India is a continent. We can do many things there. We can do whatever you think. If we can do, if you can write, we can do for sure.
Yeah,
in Spain.
I'm just going to add one thing over here, because Kike is extremely modest, and I love that about him, because he doesn't share everything that he's doing. But with his kind permission, two things I would like to say. One is, as you know, the number of players which are coming from Spain to India or going from India to Spain, youngsters. The way Kike's approach is, the approach is more like a bridge. So imagine a bridge between Spain and India. Coaches, players, both elite players as well as developing players. I think I see Kike playing a very significant role between the All India Football Federation and its international department and with the Spanish Federation. Kike will never mention that one of his very close friends is called Iker Casillas. So, you know, his friendship is very, very strong in Spain. In fact, he knows the Real Madrid president himself. So I see a major role over there. Second is setting up of residential academies. It has become really clear now with this pandemic that bio bubbles is going to be the way to go. And you're going to see more residential academies mushrooming in partnership. And that's going to be one very strong partnership with Kike. So I think moving forward, all of y'all are going to get an opportunity to really collaborate with all these different commercial opportunities. So I haven't seen Bishesh ask any question. Bishesh, do you have any question for Kike, sir?
Good evening, sir. I'm Bishesh. First of all, congratulations for the position Cádiz in the table in La Liga. I've been following and been good performance against top teams, like winning against Madrid and Barca was interesting to watch.
Thank you.
From my question, actually, I don't have a question, but I like request sort of. So most of us, I think some of us, only 25 of us, want to go in the coaching field, football coaching. So while we're in Cádiz, can a session be arranged with the coach, or like so that we can get some idea or knowledge about on the coaching Spanish style, because most of the also players from Spain are coming to India. So can that be arranged?
For the coaches?
Yeah, a session with the coach, because some of us want to go in the coaching field.
Here we have the director of the academy. Here in Cádiz is one of the best director I've ever worked with. If you want, we could arrange a meeting with you, and he could explain the philosophy of the academy, the way of the trainings, to understand how the coaches work here in Spain. Because it's true that it's very important to understand well the work behind each coach here in Spain. So And if you are,
Kike, if I can, sorry, I think I'll just explain exactly the question that Vishesh wanted to ask. What he wanted to ask was, can the boys get a actual football coaching session on the field with
of course,
the director?
Of course,
Yeah.
of course, of course, this, of course. But if you want one session, now it's impossible to come. If you want one session in Zoom, we will arrange for you and to understand before the field, to understand how they work. If you want, please say to Sail, and we will arrange the 1 hour meeting, and he will explain you the work before the working in the field.
I think, Vishesh, that will be fantastic, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, at least we can start off with that. That'll be really nice. Kike, thank you so much. That'll be a great way to start off. Vaibhav, do you have a question, Vaibhav? Richin, Deep, Prithvi, Nandan?
No, sir, I'm good, sir.
Okay. I mean, is there anyone else who would like to ask any question?
Shall sir?
Yes.
There's one fun question. We will get to meet Iker Casillas. Is it possible?
I've trained you to ask every question possible, right? So,
yeah, so
Iker, the question is, can we meet Iker Casillas when we come to Spain?
If he's in Spain, for sure. For sure.
Oh, that will be nice.
Sure. And we could go to the Spanish Federation, that they have fantastic offices and fields there in Madrid. We will plan well. If he's in now, he's in the hospital because of the heart today. But if he's in Madrid, for sure. For sure.
Great. Thank you so much, Kike. That'll be superb. Are you happy with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Kike, do you have a surprise for the boys?
No, because I'm in there to show the.
Yeah.
I have.
Can you take the laptop over there? Can you carry the laptop?
Wait. Wait, because today is a fantastic day here, eh?
Very sunny and nice. Sunny?
Sunny, incredible.
I want the boys to be tantalized a little bit, just to get a sample of what they are still waiting in anticipation.
Wait. Hombre, estoy en un máster de la India. En inglés, sí. Now, I will show you. Let's go. Hola. This is the stadium for you.
once again. Naman, can we spotlight Enrique's mobile phone?
Could you see?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
This is the VIP area. This is the TV flash for the interviews from La Liga. When you see after the match, could you see the field? Yes, no?
Once more,
Yes,
Kiki,
sir.
because
Yes.
we missed out a little bit on the beginning. Yeah.
$20,000.
Okay, the main thing is I want my boys to completely understand how a full La Liga match is to be staged. Every part of the operations should be known to them because
Sí.
they've already become very good in handling Indian events. But I want them to know how to handle a La Liga event. Highest
Of
level.
course. Of course. This is the next step.
But thank you so much for arranging all this, Kike. Really, really grateful for that. Thank you.
No, you are always welcome, Sahil. You are always welcome. And this is the reason that I with clubs. So many things, many deals to sign, and you know that I'm very open to sign with you, with one club from India. So very open for all your opinions, and please.
And please send me your opinion about this, or to Sahil, please share with him, and let's move the Spain and India before you travel here to Spain.
Vamos, vamos.
Vamos. Vamos.
Okay, anyone would like to say anything else, guys, before we sign off for the day? I think, Kike, we are all pretty grateful for your time and for your generosity of showing us around. Thank you so much. I think in the next couple of months, the boys will be finishing the remaining lectures and doing their internships over here in India. And then even if they start doing their different roles in different job opportunities, for that 1 month, when we do come, whether it is November, whether it is December or October, we will remove that time and come as a group in that month.
Okay.
So, but before that, I know I'll be seeing you in India, and I'm very excited about the other initiatives that we're launching, and my boys will have a chance to even be a part of that for the ones who are interested. So with that said, Kike, once again, our thanks and gratitude. Muchas gracias, and hope to see you soon again.
Okay, you are welcome, and please, I'm open for another session. If you want another day, we will arrange, please. I'm a friend of you, and of course from Sahil and the family.
I just request everyone to switch on their video so that we can take a picture together.
Of course.
Awesome. 3, 2, 1. Great. Thank you so much.
Send me the picture, please.
For sure, I will.
Kike, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Have a nice evening for all.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.